many of these things that we're signing and that Doug Burgum is going to be signing, and Chris Wright, who's phenomenal, Energy, Department of Energy. We're going to be taking a lot, we're going to make a lot of money from energy.
President Trump this week designating Chris Wright Secretary of Energy. He was confirmed, and there he is being sworn in. Chris Wright, he has major experience in energy and beyond. Look at that, engineering degrees from MIT and University of California, Berkeley, founded and ran major companies, and no prior experience in government. That, we believe, is a very, very good thing. Chris Wright, welcome. Secretary Wright, welcome to the show, and congratulations on your big new job. How does it feel?
Greg, thanks for having me. Oh, it's super exciting. Look, I've loved energy, been passionate about it my whole life, and now I get to come to D.C. and be part of this administration to unleash American energy. I'm thrilled.
All right. Hey, that's awesome. And look, we all know about drill, baby, drill. We love it. How does it actually happen? What are you going to have to do? What do you do like tomorrow, your first day at work today? What do you do?
Well, first thing we did right off the bat is, the previous administration had suspended giving permits to export liquefied natural gas out of the United States. This is one of the beauties of the shale revolution. Our country went from the largest importer of natural gas to become the largest exporter of natural gas, able to bail our allies in Europe out when Russia invaded Ukraine. And yet, a year ago, the previous administration suspended work on granting permits to grow our ability to export natural gas. So on day one, the day Trump was inaugurated, we suspended that suspension and are back to normal course business to permit capitalists that want to send American energy overseas.
President Trump is not a fan of wind energy, and from what I know about it, neither am I. Big, expensive, bad for the environment in many, many ways. These hideous windmills. How will you de-emphasize that industry, or is that even up to you?
Well, that's more in the Interior Department on the permitting side. But at the Energy Department, our mandate, what we've decided we're going to do, is grow the supply of affordable, reliable, secure energy. And yes, wind does not check those boxes. But, we want to see next generation nuclear come out. We want to see geothermal grow. Heck, we're going to see fusion power in the United States in the next few years. All of these are in addition to natural gas and oil, which are the main powerhouses of the United States today. And coal is still our third biggest supply of energy in the United States. We don't care where energy comes from, as long as it makes American lives better, keeps their prices down, and expands their life opportunities.
How much, now President Trump, C02, spoke about the Green New Deal in his inaugural speech, which seemed to be a joke when it was first unveiled by AOC and the squad. Let's listen to this. This is the inauguration speech by President Trump, C02, if you don't mind.
We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal, and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers.
That Green New Deal, or the Green New Scam, how much damage did that thing do? How much money did it waste?
Well, we don't know. Those numbers are still being counted, but I think it's in the hundreds of billions of dollars. And we had when Trump was president in his first term, electricity prices were relatively flat. But yet we've had almost a 30% rise in American average electricity prices over the last 4 years of this administration. And that was with very little growth in demand for electricity, before AI, before reshoring of manufacturing in our country, and they still had huge price rises. That should not have happened.
I want to show you a picture. This is October 1st, 1977. Jimmy Carter signing the bill that actually established the Department of Energy all the way back then. And let me ask you something. President Trump told Linda McMahon, hey, I want you to do a great job at education, and I don't want there to be an education department down the road. Republicans have talked about dismantling the Energy Department. Ultimately, I don't know if that's the end goal here. You got to set things straight in terms of America. But what is the future of the Department of Energy? Do we need one?
Well, actually, we do. And the main reason is because the mandate is much broader than energy. The Department of Energy, its birthplace was in the Manhattan Project, where we developed atomic weapons during World War II to win that war and ultimately to win the Cold War. Those national labs and that nuclear technology that was developed, all of that is part of the Department of Energy today. Our 17 cornerstone labs that are the envy of the world are part of the Department of Energy. The design and maintenance and care of our nuclear weapons arsenal, that's in the Department of Energy. So it's more than just energy. It's really basic science, basic engineering, and growing America's competitive advantage. The future of quantum computing and AI is really going to be a partnership of American industry and the scientists and partners at the Department of Energy. So it's not really an industry enabling body. It's an American technology and science powerhouse.
Gotcha. And by the way, you mentioned basic engineering. You know, basic and advanced engineering. If we can take a peek at your resume again, C01, engineering degrees from MIT and University of California at Berkeley. What was your specialty? What kind of engineering did you do? And what was the easier school, or what was the harder school, MIT or Berkeley?
Well, honestly, it's hard to top MIT. I think it's the premier scientific institution in the world. I went to MIT to study physics, to work on fusion energy. Because when I was a kid in high school in the 80s, the worry then was that we were running out of energy and the world was coming to an end. I went to work on, if we're going to run out of oil, gas, and coal, I wanted to work on the next generation of energy, and I still am today. But I went to study physics. I ultimately got a mechanical engineering degree at MIT, and then I switched to electrical engineering in graduate school at both UC Berkeley and MIT. Berkeley's a fabulous school as well, but hard to top MIT in math and science.
Wow. Fusion, that's when we bring the molecules together, right?
Exactly. It's what powers our sun and all the stars.
And the fission breaks it apart. That's the extent of my knowledge. I am so glad that you are where you are, the Secretary of the Department of Energy, Chris Wright. Thank you very much, sir. Best of luck.
Greg, thanks for having me, and I love that you know your nuclear physics. Take care.
Yeah, right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Fission versus fusion. And we'll be right back.